Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful little Sunday where I'm gonna go out for a bit of a ride because I'm bored. For the past 2 weeks, I've only been doing riding to work and riding home, and riding to work and riding home. So today is a Saturday, and I have to go to work, and it's currently 10:15. And I'm gonna go out for a little ride around the city, even though the weather is absolutely shit, and that's why I haven't even been filming much because the weather is absolute garbage. It hasn't rained, it hasn't snowed, but it's always overcast like this. And not only that, it's extremely wet. Humidity is extremely high. Now, the road might look like it's just rained. Believe me, it hasn't rained in about 2 weeks. And yet, this is how the roads look. This is how everything looks. Humidity is something like 100% humidity, even though temperature is like 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. So, not necessarily perfect riding weather, actually quite far away from perfect riding weather. And yeah, I have been laying low, just going to work and coming back home and doing whatever else, little projects around the house that need to be done, and also sending out a few emails about my trip on the Cannonball, like getting logistics done, ordering what things need to be ordered, or actually tracking the orders that I have already sent, that I already have coming in. It is getting close, so it's the 1st of February, and yeah, departure date for Donnie is what are we at? What are we looking at? February, March. And somewhere in the middle of April it has to go on a container, so only 2.5 months left to get them all sorted, and yeah, it's more than doable in the time frame. I'm not necessarily in any time crunch, but yeah, we're getting close. But that's not the topic for today. That's going to be the topic for a future update video on the Cannonball. I'm waiting to get some more parts in so I can make a bit of a longer video of fitting a couple of parts on him, and yeah, have something to talk about. Currently, since my last videos, not much has changed. I'm still looking for a customs agent somewhere in Houston. If you do know somebody, or if you can put me in touch with a customs agent in the Houston area, that would be great. I already have a shipper here in Romania that can work out the details. I basically just need somebody like feet on the ground in Houston to help me out with the paperwork and the legislation over there. Usually they're called customs agents, so they can do all of the custom formalities and guide me through everything that I need to do before I get there, and like submit my documents and stuff like that, to be basically my representative in Houston. And it can't be just any one of you. It has to be somebody who is a customs agent, who has the license and everything. I have emailed a couple of companies in Houston. Nobody has replied. I've explained what I need, what I'm looking for, and if they can help out, and nobody has replied yet. But I still have a few companies to email. But if I get a good lead from you guys, I'm gonna explore those avenues as well. So what are we doing today? Well, I've decided to take Donnie out since I already have a full tank of gas, so why not use it? I am gonna go hit a couple of dealers. There are a couple of dealers that are open on Saturdays. Fortunately, my dealership where I work is closed, so I have the day, I don't have to go to work today, and I can visit other people that are working. Now, my first destination is the main Honda importer in Bucharest. I've never visited them. I've never seen their showroom. That's why you've rarely seen Honda motorcycles on my channel, or Honda scooters, because I don't have a relationship with the Honda importer. But I'm gonna go say hello. I'm gonna see what they have in the showroom. I doubt they have the brand new PCX. That's the one I'm interested in. But yeah, I want to see what they have over there, and maybe I can start off a little relationship where I can get some cars where I can get some scoots from them, maybe for a day or two, for testing, for stuff like that. I really want to do the brand new PCX, the 2025 PCX, when it is available for testing, I don't want to do just like a 30-minute first ride. I want to do like a proper experience, hopefully have it for 2 or 3 or 4 days, and really get to know the scooter and see all of its intricate details and give you an honest opinion on how good it is, how bad it is, what are its strong points, what are its weak points. And you can only do that if you actually live with the bloody thing for a couple of days at least. And I'm gonna take it out of the city for a bit of light touring, because that's what I do with my small scoots, and I'm sure you guys are interested to see how the brand new PCX rides long distance. Let's open it up. And also I am very curious to see how that thing rides long distance. So I've put in the GPS, the main Honda dealership. If I have time, I think I'm also gonna try to hit up Momus, which is on the other side of town. They used to have a showroom only in Cluj, that's like 500 kilometers away from Bucharest, but now they also have a showroom here in Bucharest. I've never seen their showroom here in Bucharest, but maybe I have enough time and get over to them as well and check out their brand new showroom. It's actually no longer brand new. It's been open. It's close to a year since it's open, but I didn't have time to visit them because usually when they are open, I'm at work, and yeah, it is what it is. The caveats of having a full-time job and also trying to do YouTube at the same time. A lot of people keep putting in the comments, "Oh, go to that showroom and check out that model, check out that brand, check out." The only moment that I have to check out other brands is when I meet them at certain events, and if they're test ride events, then I can take like 20-30 minutes off work, because usually I'm at the event also working for the company where I'm employed. I can take like 20-30 minutes off, take a bike out for a test ride, get a first ride impression, but I don't have the time to properly go visit showrooms. I would have to take time off work to go visit other showrooms, and honestly, in this economy, taking time off work is not really an option. But who knows, maybe in the future, if you guys keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep watching these videos, then yeah, I might have more and more free time to go visit other brands. So if you're not subscribed already, please click that subscribe button down there. It really does help out the channel a lot. And if you enjoyed the content, then yeah, share it with your friends, share it with people who might think it's interesting or informative, or it might help them, the information that I'm putting out. It is greatly appreciated. Whee! Bumpy roads, hit the brakes. There he goes, trying to change lane as I'm coming down. You have to be very wary, the roads are quite slick. Donnie's ABS is still fully functional, but yeah, might as well slow it down a little bit and relax. It's a Saturday, I'm in no hurry whatsoever, but a lot of people are still in a hurry. And even though it's the weekend, traffic in Bucharest is not necessarily light. It's never light here. There's never light traffic. There's only bad traffic, and then there's rush hour traffic. Okay, any cars? Nope. Punch it. Whee! Now you might recognize this route. It's my normal work commute, but at the next intersection, instead of hanging a left, we're actually gonna keep going forward, because that's the way Google is wanting us to go, and I agree with him. But I still have to make my way to the front of the pack. Can we do it? Can we squeeze by these cars? Let's see. At least maybe a couple of positions. Okay, of course, beggars. All right, I think there is some room here. Oh yeah. For Donnie, plenty of room. know, for some people, if some people are wondering, then yeah, there we go. You know, if you're wondering, it's been over 1,000 kilometers since his engine rebuild, and yeah, he's running perfectly fine. No issues yet. No oil consumption, no nothing. Are you gonna pull out? Thankfully not. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, no oil consumption, running great, makes the power that it's supposed to be making. The engine has been getting smoother and smoother. It's normal considering it's getting broken in. I still have to do another 600 kilometers, and then I'm going to do another oil change. Then we'll be back to his regular 2,500 kilometer oil changes. But yeah, engine rebuild has gone well. The engine is running great. And I have only done like 1,100 kilometers. That's something like, it's not even 700 miles. I don't think it's 700 miles. It's something like 650 miles, something like that, 660, something like that. But I am gonna ride them as much as I possibly can in the next 2.5 months to hopefully get another 3,000-4,000 kilometers under his belt, and then do a complete service once again, like transmission, belt, engine oil, all the oils actually, including transmission oil, and get him ready. But I am very eager to get on the open road, even here in Romania, not necessarily on the Cannonball. Like, I haven't road tripped him since last summer when we went to Tiraspol and to Chisinau, to the Republic of Moldova and Transnistria, the separatist state. When I went with Marius, he went on a Zontes M125, I went on Donny. It was just a short 3-day trip, 1,000 kilometers, but it was so enjoyable and so wonderful to do it with him. And after that, I haven't ridden him on anything resembling a road trip. I think the biggest one I've did is my last video where I took him on his first dry run. Like, that was a proper get out of the city, ride for a couple of hours, and then come back. But otherwise, it's just been riding home, work, work, home, home, work, work, home, commuting. Just my short little 9-kilometer commute, and that's it. And I very much miss road tripping him, because it's something else to road trip a scooter of this size. Yes, I do have the Zontes, and I did the road trip to Athens. Yes, I still have Brutus. Brutus now is road legal again. I got his technical inspection done, so for the next 2 years he's road legal. That's great news. But yeah, a 30-year-old bike, I'm not gonna take him out in weather like this. I'm trying to preserve him as much as possible, and so I'm gonna ride him like just when the weather is nice. Yes, I know that's not how you're supposed to ride a GS, but Brutus is 30 years old, and he's done enough, okay? He's been ridden enough. I have a lot of other things, more modern scooters, bikes at my disposal that I can ride, and Brutus has a special place in my heart where I ride him, but rarely, and I'm not gonna push him to the limits anymore, because he's been pushed to the limits. He has proven everything that he has to prove, and at the moment he's just like my relaxation bike, the bike that I ride to get a feel for the old days, for a simpler time, for when engines were less complicated, when bikes were less complicated, where we didn't have so much electronics, where you had to ride the bike properly. If you didn't ride the bike properly, oh, it fought back hard. Are you gonna keep your lane? You always have to be careful with people coming out. There we go. So yeah, you're probably gonna see Brutus on the channel every now and then, but yeah, I'm not gonna push him to the limits. Probably no big road trips, just weekend relaxation trips. Maybe a couple of vlogs. I'll maybe do a couple of vlogs with him, but only when the weather gets a little bit better. I don't want to take him out in this humidity, because like I said, he's an old bike, and I want to maintain him as long as possible. Okay, another traffic light. And remember, this is Bucharest on a Saturday morning, okay? It's 10:30. Yeah, of course, sure. That car didn't want to let me get in. Come on, man. Really? There's the asshole. You know, you think you can keep a scooter behind you in a city like Bucharest? Seriously. I mean, what's that guy thinking? That he can hold me back, that he can get me in line with all the other cars? Never. And honestly, it's not like I'm riding some old 50cc very slow scooter. I mean, I don't know what his problem was, but now he is miles behind me. But I don't care. We're getting close to the Honda dealership, only 5 minutes left. Woohoo! I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I haven't posted anything in a week, so I don't have anything particular to say in this video, but I think just a regular vlog, riding around the city, seeing what we can see, and enjoying the weekend. Even though the weather is not necessarily the best for riding, I would have loved to take him out of the city, do another small little road trip. Holy crap, that was a GT3 RS on the back of that flatbed. Nice. So like I was saying, I would have loved to take him out of the city, do a bit of a road trip, but unfortunately in weather like this I can't do it. It's not all that cold, but it's not necessarily enjoyable. And I have other things to do around the house that can keep me nice and warm. Come on. Whoa, slippery. Donnie broke traction back there. See? Slippery roads, like I was saying. How slippery is this? Whoa, instantly on the ABS on the rear. Now, you can ride in conditions like this, but you just have to be wary. You can ride even at high speeds, like I am currently doing. But I do feel that the Scoot is very light on its feet because traction and grip is very much limited. So I'm maintaining the proper distance from the cars ahead of me. I am gonna brake early in case of anything. We're just gonna take it easy. This is a bit of highway stretch, so that's why I'm going a little bit quickly, but very, very gently on the brakes. Actually more engine braking, signaling, ease it into the corner, slow it down for the tighter bit. If you adapt your speed to the grip levels, then you'll be just fine. And when I say adapt your speed, that doesn't necessarily mean just ride at 50 kilometers an hour 2 inches from the car in front of you. Nope. Always maintain distance from the cars ahead of you. Always keep your eyes on the traffic and try to anticipate what other cars, what other people are gonna do. Always check your mirrors for dumbasses. Not this guy. This guy passed me normally, regularly on the left-hand lane. He didn't come up my ass or anything. But there are people that do. There are people that drive like assholes even in weather like this, and even when the tarmac is as slippery as it is today. Whew, we're in luck. We didn't catch a train. Holy crap. Oh, damn it. This train crossing used to be good. Used to be. It no longer is good. This city is falling apart. In some areas, this city is falling apart, but in other areas, it's evolving and modernizing and improving. It's a weird thing. It depends who is administrating what part of the city. My neighborhood is expanding, is developing, it's stuff like that. This part of town is degrading, as you can see by the quality of the roads. Nobody is repairing anything around here, so stuff like road surfaces and stuff like that, they're just degrading day by day. But at some point somebody will come and repair this part, and other parts will get degraded, and the cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. Now, where is the Honda dealership? We have Toyota over there. I'm really surprised for how big of a company Toyota is that they do not make motorcycles, or at least nothing that's sold in Europe as far as I know. I know Toyota is like a complete group. It's not just the car manufacturer Toyota. It's like a huge group and one of the biggest manufacturers in the world, if not the biggest. But yeah, I don't know if they have stakes in any motorcycle manufacturers. And it's quite interesting for how big Toyota is. They haven't gone into the motorcycle game. But next to Toyota, we have Honda. Oh, the renowned Honda. Now this is supposed to be a mixed dealership, cars and bikes. Where am I parked? Alright, there we go. Client parking. Oh, it seems like they have motorcycle parking. And I'll just stick it here. They don't have room for a sim to be covered up because I think this is their test fleet. Yep, this might be very, very well their test fleet. Anyway, I'm gonna go inside and see if anything comes out of this. Alright, so that wasn't a waste of time. The showroom is nice, but it is very car orientated, car focused. Come on, connect to my phone, Bluetooth, come on, Android Auto, please. But yeah, I got my foot in the door, so to speak. And now I have a contact here at Honda. Maybe in the future we can get a couple of Honda scooters on the channel for some proper testing. He did say I am gonna put his details when we actually get to work and actually testing some models, because in case you live in Romania and you want to buy a scooter from Honda, then yeah, talk to my guy. But he said somewhere in March they're gonna have the test fleet and stuff like that. To continue, select Android Auto on your car screen. Okay. It is selected. What are you talking about, Google? Anyway, it's currently 20 past 11 and we still have time to get to Momus and check out their showroom. Because why the hell not? It's only 12 kilometers, 24 minutes away, so why not check it out? What are you gonna do? Okay, and onwards. There we go, on the road again. You know, for how crappy the weather looks, it's actually not that bad. It's, at least around the city, it's quite comfortable in terms of temperature, in terms of humidity is a little bit high. I can even feel my hands. It feels like I've been riding in the rain and my hands are wet. My gloves are wet, but they're not actually properly wet. It's just the humidity that's inside my gloves that's really not helping the sensation. It's really not comfortable. But, you know, considering it's the 1st of February, we're still properly in winter, it's actually not that bad. In the olden days, there used to be snow around January and February, so the fact that I'm still able to ride comfortably, and now that the day is getting on, even though the sun is not shining, the roads are drying up and they're not as slick as they were even an hour ago. Yeah, the fact that I can actually ride in February and ride comfortably is now, I'm not going to say it's a proof of global warming, because I'm not one of those guys. But, you know, I like it. I don't mind it. The weather hasn't been getting crazier around here over the years. It's just the winters have gotten a lot softer. And for somebody like me, that's great. That's just A-okay with me. And it's, you know, weather goes through cycles. I'm not an expert on it. I'm not gonna go and tell you global warming is a thing or isn't a thing. Slow down, bud. There's usually radar traps at the bottom of the hill. Oh well, it's his license. I don't care. The fact that I can ride in this period of the year is nice for me. You judge for yourself whether it's a good thing or a bad thing that it's this warm in this time frame. I'm not going to tell you if it's good or it's bad. But I am going to enjoy the weather, and I am going to ride as much as I possibly can. Hopefully, once again, we'll have another winter where I am more than able to ride through the entire winter and into spring. Nice and easy. Delivery guys. You know, when I used to do delivery work in 2021, 2022, people called me crazy for doing deliveries on a scoot in the wintertime. Now, everybody's doing it. Because in a city like this, if you want to make money from delivering food like Glovo, like Taz, like I don't know what other apps, Bolt Food, something like that, or whatever food delivery app is in your region, if you want to make money from them in a city as crowded as Bucharest, you really have to get yourself on two wheels. And even during the winter time, if you switch to a car, you might as well stop doing it and just find a job, a regular job. But if you want to keep making money from this thing, from delivering food, then you're gonna have to keep on two wheels and keep riding and keep delivering on two wheels. And a lot of people are. A lot of people that stuck with delivery work, I gave up on it and went to an office job at a dealership, because it was kind of a bit of a little dream of mine to work in a dealership, and I don't regret it at all. It has helped me immensely, both in growing professionally and in this YouTube channel, because I've had access to motorcycles, to scooters, to motorcycle events, everything. So I don't regret it. But some people stuck with it, and yeah, now they are properly riding all year round, making money, delivering food, and we've gotten a lot of people from outside the country, from outside the European Union, from Asia, coming to Romania to work here delivering food, like people from Pakistan, from Sri Lanka, from Nepal. Come on, punch it! So yeah, I really love to see the fact that there are scooters all year round, buzzing around Bucharest and getting the job done. And it's making a lot of people think that they can actually ride, because during the winter time here, at least in the past, when the only people on two wheels were proper motorcycle riders, I mean proper passionate motorcycle riders that rode as a hobby, they would all put their motorcycles away in the winter and maintain. You cannot ride in the winter time. It is impossible. You cannot do it. It is extremely dangerous, and yet now that we have people doing deliveries on scoots and riding all winter long, it has proven, and it's proving time and time again, that you can ride all year long. Sure, you're not gonna do long distance trips on a motorcycle in the winter, but you can ride at least around the city, get the job done, and enjoy yourself on two wheels and beat the traffic, as I am currently doing. Why am I still signaling? Stop the signaling. Come on, punch it. Woohoo! Yeah. See, I'm not stuck in traffic. They are stuck in traffic, even though it's the 1st of February. With my squeaky brakes and everything. Punch it. This Dr. Pulley variator is, it's the bee's knees. I really hope it lasts, and it feels high quality, but I really hope it proves itself in the wild, because man, do I love it. Do I love the way Donnie reacts. He's a completely different scooter. It feels like I have tuned up the engine when all I did was change the variator, but man, it feels so good. Come on. And now you guys get to enjoy different parts of Bucharest that you've probably not seen in my videos, because I rarely come in these parts, because I don't have any business around here, but hopefully that's going to change in the future. Whoa, no signal. Signal, dude, if you're going to change lanes. I need to get on the left-hand side lane. Right. Let's take advantage of the fact that this is a very, very small scoot, and nothing to see here, officer. I'm just a law-abiding citizen waiting for the light to turn green. Yep, nothing to see here. Thankfully, Romanian police is sleeping. And punch it! Is everyone enjoying themselves riding around Bucharest on a Saturday morning? I know I am. Hopefully you guys are as well. Taking the sights, taking the bumper-to-bumper traffic. Bentley, nice. This is kind of the posh part of town, so you might see a couple of more expensive cars around here. This is the northern part of Bucharest, and yeah, it's a little bit more posh around here. It's like the good side of town. This is where money lives. But that doesn't mean I can't ride my little scoot through your posh part of the city and take you guys along for the ride with me. As far as I know, there's some aviation schools around here. Maybe that one? I don't know. Where are we supposed to go? Hang a right at the next intersection. Alright. Oh, here it is. Romața. I think this is something with Romanian traffic controls or something like that. I'll have to look it up, what Romața means, but it's something to do with the aviation industry. Because we are very close to Overtaking International Airport, which is a couple of kilometers up north, but yeah, it's this region. This is like, and also very close, that previous intersection, the one that I stopped at the red light, if I would have hung a right, we were right next to Băneasa Airport, which is more of like the smaller airport of Bucharest, and then if you keep on going forward on that road, you get to Overtaking. But yeah, we're not going to any airport because we are not leaving the country. We are just riding along, and we have another scoot. What is that? Looks like it's either a Piaggio Beverly. Nice. See, people are enjoying themselves on two wheels, and we have another scoot. I think is it Kimco? No, it's a sim with a trailer. God damn it. How awesome is that? A Sim Orbit 2 with a trailer. I love it. People are starting to get into it. Into riding scooters and riding and being on two wheels, not just for fun, but for the efficiency. Because it's just so much cheaper and faster to get around the city on two wheels. And I love to see that. People putting trailers on scooters to get the job done. Yes, use it. Use it, get the job done. That's what they're meant to. That's what they're meant to do. They are workhorses in the end. A motorcycle is the one you have proper fun on, but scooters are workhorses. They are designed to get the job done. They are designed to make your life easy. Whoa, what do we have here? The mother of all speed bumps. It's not that bad. People used to drive on this road like it was some kind of highway. But yeah, that's a huge speed bump. And I didn't see any advanced warning of it. At least, if there was advanced warning, it was so small and invisible that I didn't notice it. So I think some people are going to lose a couple of car parts on that speed bump. But hey, you do what you got to do to get people in line. I have seen the Romanian police starting to crack down on speeding, so I am going to have to also adjust my riding because I need to start adhering to the speed limits. Now, I wasn't kind of like the wacko riding full speed or through a city or through a village, but I usually would be doing 70, 80 kilometers an hour through cities and through villages when I was on big boulevards and where the road permitted. But, you know, I gotta slow down myself and ride the speed limit because like today I am in no big of a hurry, and even if you are in a hurry like I am sometimes in the morning on my work commute, I can ride like an absolute asshole or I can ride doing the speed limit, and the difference is something like 2 or 3 minutes. If I'm already late for work, 2 or 3 minutes isn't gonna make a difference. And I think my boss is going to be more cross with me if I don't make it to work at all because I have crashed into a car than if I'm, I don't know, 6-7 minutes late in total and not 4 minutes late. So yeah, I am trying to re-educate myself to adhere to the speed limits, and the problem is we don't keep speed limits not because we want to be outlaws, but because we're constantly in a hurry and you think like the speed limit is holding you back. What are you doing? Now I don't understand what this guy is doing. All right. So yeah, we're constantly in a hurry and we have that feeling that the speed limit is holding us back. Well, you don't actually get to make a lot more, you don't actually get to make time up by just going as fast as possible. So relax a little bit, wind down, take a breather, slow down, relax, and you're gonna get to your destination when you get to your destination. 2 or 3 minutes earlier or 2 or 3 minutes late isn't that big of a deal to anyone in hindsight. And if you really want to go fast for the adrenaline of it and stuff like that, then get out on the highway. I mean, even on two wheels, going 130, 140 kilometers is plenty fast enough. Now, I know some people want to go even faster, but it is what it is. I like going, for me, 120, 130 is quite fast enough, so I'm more than happy to ride on the highway when I want to get my dose of adrenaline and speed. But that's probably because I ride more low-powered machines, small engine machines, and I'm used to riding at 80, 90 kilometers an hour. If I would have had probably like a superbike and be constantly riding at 150, probably 150 at some point would get boring. But for me, riding Small stuff like this, when I take like the BMW out or even the Zontes out and get on the highway and get up to 130, 140 kilometers an hour, which is still legal speed limit because even the Zontes has a deviation, 10% deviation in the speedometer. So when it's going 140, in reality it's going 130 kilometers an hour. But even with that thing, when I get up to 130 real world speed, it feels very, very fast indeed. And I don't want to get used to that speed because I don't want to start pushing to go faster and faster and faster. Speed really does kill, especially on two wheels. Two-wheeled vehicle brakes are really not as good as car brakes. They have been tested. They've pitted super bikes against regular cars, and the brakes are just not there. I mean, the way a car can brake, it can outbrake a motorcycle any day on any road surface. Yeah. We're gonna do a bit of off-roading. Is Momus down here? You would think they would have made a little bit of a nicer entrance to their showroom, but well, Donnie is squirmy. I think it's all the humidity on this gravel road. It's making it quite slick. What else do we have here? Oh, Indian and Royal Enfield. Nice, Polaris. I don't know if the showroom is open. Man, that's nice. I don't think Royal Enfield is open, but yeah, we're not coming to Royal Enfield. Moto Technica, BMW Motorrad Service. So this is a service for BMW motorcycles. Again, very nice. But we're going to Momus. Where are they? Come on, where does the GPS say? A little bit further down the road. Let's see. No. At some point, somebody's gonna have to put a bit of tarmac here. A lot of motorcycle dealerships, and yeah, this is the road getting in. I don't think that's all that great. I don't know if there was another entrance, but it definitely doesn't look like it. As far as I know, this is a one-way street, and there's tarmac there. Maybe you can come in from the front and get in. I don't know. But let's make it to the showroom in one piece. Should be around here. Let's see. There should be signs. There should be something letting me know where it is. Shouldn't be hidden. Where is it? You know? So the point on the map says it's around here. Oh, there it is. Stupid me. There it is. Momus. Let's find a parking spot. And where's the entrance? No motorcycle parking? That's amazing. Live to ride, ride to live. Alright, so no motorcycle parking. Let's find a place where we can park this thing. I am going to take up one car space. If you don't have motorcycle parking, then I am going to take up one car space. I'm sorry for that. I have no idea where the entrance is. I think this is the entrance. Yes, this should be the entrance. Anyway, let's go inside and see what's what. Well, another nice little visit to Momus. Finally got to see the showroom, and somebody just picked up their ADX 125, fully equipped, getting ready for his first ride. Quite a nice, big, well-organized showroom. Love it. They do have a lot of brands. They are a multi-brand dealer, so they got you got yourself your Yamahas, your Kawasaki's, your Triumphs, your Sims, your Benellis, a lot of stuff, plus a lot of gear like you have Dainese, you have what else was there? Moteca, Alpine Stars, Speedy, plus Shoei helmets, Scorpion helmets, AJC helmets. A lot of stuff, including tech stuff, like they have Cardos, they have quad locks, they have stuff from Motul to like oils and stuff like that, and helmet cleaning products. A lot of stuff here. Real nice, but now it's 12:30. Ugh. What they don't have is a proper road, but maybe in the future. But now it's time to get home, because 12:30 GPS says it'll be about 42 minutes to get home. And come on, nice and easy. Yeah, the road is a bit of a letdown, but that's not their fault. That's the local administration's fault for leaving a road to a lot of showrooms and a lot of warehouses in this state. Now we're gonna pass under the ring road of Bucharest, which is right here, and we're gonna go in the opposite direction. And I am gonna keep the ring road. I'm not gonna go back into the city because I enjoy riding the ring road. It's a little bit more high speed. It's not a proper highway, but you can get a decent pace going on it. And Donnie's getting a bit of an off-road workout. How are my tire pressures? Oh yeah, tire pressures are just fine. Come on, one more click. And is it that way or this way? I think we're gonna follow the car. Oh no, it was... Nope. It just added an extra 5 kilometers. Hell no. Come on. So apparently this is the way back to the ring road. It looks like more of an abandoned piece of road, but hey, it is what it is. Come on. Let's get going. Whee! Bumpy, muddy. Oh, this is properly muddy. Okay, nice and easy. Now Donnie is not particularly clean, but he's also not muddy, so I don't want to get him all muddy. And again, this is from humidity. It hasn't rained in 2 weeks, for God's sake. Well, slippery. Come on, Michelin's bite. There we go. It's dry around here. This is all from humidity. That mud bog was just from humidity. Winters here are usually like this. They're not all that cold. Temperature barely goes below freezing. Even at night, it just goes to -2, -3 degrees. But it's so bloody humid that temperatures hovering around freezing feel extra cold because of the humidity. You can feel like the cold, wet air just sucking the heat from your body, especially when you ride. That's why I always have to have a windbreaker on me, so when I ride I don't get that cold wind chill, because the wind chill is atrocious while you ride in high humidity. Just like the wind chill is atrocious, or actually the humidity factor is atrocious when you ride in high temperatures and high humidity. When am I gonna get back on the ring road? Man, the roads are crappy around here. Access is atrocious. Very nice showroom, but access to it is absolutely horrible. Unfortunately, considering the laws here, there's nothing they can do about it. As a private entity, you are not allowed to do any modifications to public roads. Even if you want to do an investment and like put asphalt on this stretch of road, you are not allowed to do it. It's very illegal, and you can actually do jail time for trying to fix up a road if you're a private entity. Nope, only the local administration can touch the roads, and if they don't want to touch the roads, then you get this. You get this situation where they don't want to touch the road, and it's basically just a gravel road, and if there's somebody who does want to touch the road and fix it and invest in it, he's going to go to jail for having the nerve of actually fixing up a road. Can you believe that? Oh, come on. Oh, my. Atrocious access. Well, I am steaming up in here, so I'm gonna open the visor because I can't get any ventilation through my helmet. Anything else around? Oh, yoy. Oh. XC Green Holding. What else? We have a lot of cherry pickers. Pretty industrial part of town. I was expecting that. Alright, finally, tarmac. Let's open up the taps. And of course there's a truck parked here. This is the lane I'm supposed to use to get up to speed, to merge with traffic. So of course you can park your truck on that specific lane. But anyway, that was the off-road part. Now it's time to head home. Maybe this will quench my thirst for a long distance road trip on him. I know it's just 30 kilometers, about 20 miles, but it is a small dose of road tripping, not gonna lie. It is enjoyable. Not having to deal with traffic lights and stuff like that. And if it gets the job done, it gets the job done. Usually that's what I have to do in the wintertime to quench my thirst for a road trip, is take Danny out on the ring road, or take anything out on the ring road or around Bucharest for just an hour and a half's ride, and I'm good for another week or two. Now, it's not gonna quench my road trip thirst like a proper road trip where I'm good for 2 or 3 months after that, but you know, small doses every weekend or every other weekend. A small dose is good enough to keep me happy. And one thing that's making me even more eager to take him on a long distance road trip is this new variator, because he just feels so good at speed that I am so eager to get some miles done, get a 300-400 kilometer day and ride him properly from tank to tank and stopping only to refill. Because he just rides so much better and so much smoother on the open road. He doesn't ride necessarily much faster, but he just feels so good going like this, 80-90 kilometers an hour. Now I know the speedometer is about 10% off, so now we're probably doing about 80, 85, stuff like that, but at these speeds he used to be like you would be reaching the limits. You could feel you were reaching the limits. Now, less than 8,000 RPM, he's right in the power band. It just feels right. And I love going this speed. This is a relaxed speed, a speed at which you can analyze the surroundings, analyze the scenery you're going past. Let's move out of the second lane. I thought they were going to go a little bit slower. But yeah, at this speed I feel just so comfortable riding. And I can ride at this speed for hours and hours on end, not get fatigued, not get tired. It's just awesome. And the fact that he rides so well at these speeds now, it makes me very eager to take him out on the open road. And now I can actually overtake trucks, which is nice. Something I wasn't able to do in the past. I mean, just look at this. We're probably doing about 80 kilometers rear world speed. We're at 7,200 RPM. Engine is nice and economical. Its revs are pretty low for this engine at 7,000 RPM. It's just so relaxing. Let's give him some room. And probably on the highway I may not have very improved fuel economy, even though it is a little bit improved, but riding at these kinds of speed at this RPM, fuel economy is going to be way much better. Ooh, it's getting kind of chilly, and I'm going to have to switch lanes. No, I'm not gonna have time to pass this truck, so let's get in line on the first lane, on the right hand lane. Slow it down for the roundabout. I have to keep it on this lane at this roundabout because there is kind of like a small little detour to avoid the roundabout, but this is the lane that leads into it. So yeah, I'm gonna pass the trucks after the roundabout. Nice and easy. Well, truck parked, broken down. That's not a good place to be broken down. Or what's he doing? He's driving very, very extremely slowly. Let's let the cars behind me pass. Up to speed. After this car, we're gonna attempt an overtake. Come on, open the taps. Full throttle. Drag racing the truck. There we go. Oh, we're definitely moving now. You see, the fact that I can maintain speeds like this in perfect comfort, that's why I want to road trip him. But currently I'm being reminded just how cold it is outside. Now keeping him at higher speeds, the wind chill is starting to setting in. My hands are starting to freeze up a little bit. And yeah. It's a reminder why I don't take road trips in February. Yes, I know you've signaled I can pass, but it's not like I can go much faster. So I'm just gonna sit calmly behind you, and we're gonna pass this truck together. Come on, change lanes. Let's get the draft of the truck, bump draft. No, actually not bump draft, regular drafting. Woo-wee! Isn't that just awesome? And what am I doing? Something like 60% throttle, 50% throttle? Oh, this is great. In case you don't know, I did change my variator to a Dr. Pulley variator. I think it's the 181402 model, if I remember it correctly. I do have a full video on the Dr. Pulley variator, so check out my channel. It's like 2 or 3 videos before this one, so you can easily find it. Just go to my latest uploads and it's 2 or 3 videos behind this one. But yeah, there's a full video on this thing in case you're curious, with all my testing on it, and I'm still testing it at the moment. I want to see its longevity, but man, it just rides so awesome now on the open road, doing 105 indicated, about 95-96 kilometers rear world speed, GPS speed. We're passing cars. It's amazing that with just 12 horsepower you can sustain speeds like this in comfort. Easy on the brakes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. And as much as I would have loved to take him out on the open road, I'm being reminded that an hour and a half on the open road, I will be properly frozen over. So, yeah, there's no road trip happening unless I get a break in the weather, unless I get temperatures upwards of 10, 15 degrees Celsius. Currently, we're sitting at about 4 degrees Celsius, which, yeah, it's okay for a little while, half an hour, but anything more than that, it starts to get very uncomfortable, at least with the gear I'm wearing. I would have to basically add on a lot more layers, and it's gonna get uncomfortable. I'm kind of not in the mood to layer up with 5 or 6 layers of clothing just so I can take a ride that's, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours long. So I'm gonna have to make do with these short little trips, and you're gonna have to wait for a proper road trip until the weather breaks. It's something normal in the motorcycle YouTube world. In the winter time, you're kind of lacking content, which is not necessarily a good thing. I know you guys want to see more videos, want to see more content, but in the winter time, there's not much to do. There aren't any motorcycle events, there aren't any festivals, there aren't any test ride sessions. Even us at work, we keep talking about events, but all of the events that we are discussing, whether are we going to attend as a company or not, all of these events are in the future, starting in May, in June, July, August, stuff like that. Nothing is now. Nothing is going on now. The motorcycle world is basically hibernating at this moment. It's funny how this car behind me wanted to pass me and then just gave up. Probably saw this little scooter and said, oh, this guy is going very slow. And then realized he's not going slow at all. And as you can see, we're out drag racing this BMW. Come on, Donnie! Yep, he's definitely not slow. He's not the fastest, but he's definitely not slow anymore. And the way the chassis feels, honestly, I would not want to go any faster on him. You can tell at 106, 107, even up to 110 indicated that he's not necessarily unstable, even though my front wheel is so old and it's probably not as round as it used to be. But he's not necessarily unstable, but you can feel that if you started going much faster, he would start to become unstable. And here's a delivery guy on a 50cc. Dude, what are you doing on the ring road? This is definitely not... the ring road is definitely not for 50cc scooters. Let's get past this truck and let's see the overtaking power of my little Donnie. There he goes. Up, 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 up. Speed goes up. And now to actually talk about something in this video, because I know this video has been all over the place, and honestly I didn't have any idea for a specific subject to talk in this video, so I decided, like, you know, I'm just gonna take you guys along for the ride. But I do have a question that I want your answer down in the comments below. Since I might have a connection now with Honda, and they do have a test fleet and everything, what is the scooter, because I am probably gonna focus on scooters at first. What is the model of scooter that you are most interested in? We currently have here is the SH125, the PCX 125, what else? The Forza 125, the Forza 750 and 350, the ADV 350. What else? The XADV, and I think they have the Vision 110 as well. But yeah, what would be the one that you're most interested in. The first scooters that I want to test out is the PCX 125. They said they might have it in April, which that's going to be an interesting one, because I really want to convince them to give it to me for a couple of days and properly analyze it. And the SH125, because it comes with a windscreen. It's a big wheeled scooter like my Donnie. I can properly compare it to Donnie and see which one is better. Probably neither is going to be better, but one is going to have they're each going to have their strong points, but I really want to see what are the strong points of the SH, because it can't be an awful scooter. It's a Honda, for God's sake. It's got to be a good scooter. But I want to see exactly what are its strong points, its weak points, and also the brand new PCX. Finally, I held back from reviewing the old PCX just because I knew I would get carried away with the rear drum brake, and I would probably not have been as fair as I could be to it because of that rear drum brake, which I think is just disrespectful from Honda to its customers. But now the drum brake has gone away. We have a disc brake. And I think I can, my prejudgment is gone away, and I can approach the modern PCX with a blank sheet of paper and just see exactly what it is, and figure out exactly what the engineers wanted to accomplish with it, and if they accomplished it or not. It's a very important model. The PCX is one of Honda's best-selling scooters. In many countries, it is regarded as the best scooter of all time. And I can understand why. But I want to test it. I want to live with it for a couple of days and really get to know the machine. Because even though I review a lot of Sim scooters, a lot of Zonte scooters, and even some Kymco models actually, that doesn't mean I'm kind of a Taiwanese fanboy, a Chinese fanboy. Yes, I love Chinese bikes and scooters because of their affordability and how much they offer for so little money. But you have to remember, my first bike was a Honda Transalp, a 1991 Honda Transalp. And one of my dream bikes of all time is the Honda Goldwing. So it's not necessarily that I'm a Honda simp or a Honda fanboy. I put them to the wall when they do bad stuff, when they do stupid shit. But I am a fan of Honda, and there's no denying they're the biggest motorcycle manufacturer in the world. And they hold the record for the vehicle with the most successful vehicle of all time, with the Honda Cub, that along the years has sold over 100 million units across all of its variants and generations. So yeah, I am a fan of Honda. I love the bikes that they have, and honestly, all the bikes that I have ridden from Honda, they haven't disappointed. They have had their weak points, and I was quick to point them out, because a company like Honda, you gotta hold them to the highest standards. You can understand somebody like Zontes for messing up something or being maybe not as high quality in certain departments, because their price reflects that. They're a young company. But Honda isn't a young company. When Honda makes a mistake, it wasn't a mistake. When Honda does a boo-boo, they decided intentionally to do it. Because of cost cutting, because of stuff like that. And their products are not cheap. That's the thing. I hate to see on a Honda scooter or motorcycle the fact that they cut corners just to reduce cost, when the price of the machine isn't a budget price. That's why I kept saying about the PCX. Sure, it's a great scooter, but with a drum brake on the back, and asking close to 4,000 euros here, which is almost 25% higher than my Donnie. You can't justify that. I mean, why are you cutting costs? Why are you cutting corners if you're not going to give me as a consumer a lower price? But since the Chinese have started flooding even the European market, the prices of Honda has gone down. Like the previous model year PCX is actually price to price the same price as a Symphony ST or a Jet 14, which you could argue, okay, you're not getting the rear disc brake, but you are getting the Honda badge and the Honda reliability. Okay, if they're at the same price, then yeah, I can get behind that. And the new PCX is less than 4,000 euros. So the new PCX is actually a little bit cheaper than the old PCX was at certain points in its life here, because price has fluctuated a little bit according to market demand. So they have taken notice of the Chinese and they have dropped their prices, which is a good thing. And now you see, you can be a completely Honda simp and say that the Chinese bikes are total pieces of shit. But you have to agree, once the Chinese invade with their low cost offerings, it makes the big brands lower their prices and start waking up to all of this. Honda, in Romania at least, they used to offer like 2 or 3 scooters. Now they have like 6 or 7 options. Why? Because the Chinese scooters have started flooding the market and there is demand for them. So as a consumer, no matter where you live, be happy for the competition. Be happy that the Chinese are coming into your country and they're opening showrooms and they're selling. Even if you think they are subpar pieces of crap, it doesn't matter. If you think that, then don't buy a Chinese scooter. But be thankful they have arrived in your country, because it makes it easier and cheaper for you to buy your Honda or your Yamaha, and plus you get more variants. So us, the consumers, we're the winners here. So more power to the Chinese manufacturers. I want to see more of them on my shores, in Europe, and also in America and throughout the globe. I want them to succeed, because it's gonna push companies like Honda and Yamaha to start listening to their customers and start bringing out the bikes and the scooters that the people are asking for. Just look at the new GB350 from Honda. It's less than 5,000 euros for a 350cc motorcycle that's air-cooled, old school styling. It's a wonderful beginner bike, and it's a wonderful little city bike, commuter bike. And if you're into your small little air-cooled motorcycles, it's a wonderful bike to turn it into like a little road trip bike. And why did they make a 350? And why is it less than 5,000 euros? Because of Royal Enfield. Royal Enfield has flooded the market with their little 350s, the Meteor, the Classic, what else? I don't know all of the Royal Enfield models. My favorites are the Meteor and the Classic. But they have a lot of variants of the 350. And so Honda had to respond, because people were buying them by the truckload. And even though Honda fans were like, those Royal Enfields are Indian pieces of crap made to a budget, their frames break in two and the engines won't last more than 5,000 kilometers. Well, time has passed, their frames are not breaking in half, and the engines are going way over the 5,000 kilometers some people were saying. Royal Enfields are now getting up, the little 350s are getting up to 50, 60, 70,000 kilometers with just regular maintenance, no major engine rebuilds. So people have started trusting the brand, and they're buying because there's demand for a small, little, air-cooled, simple motorcycle, 20 and a bit horsepower. There's demand for it, and Royal Enfield is more than happy to supply. So people that were held back from buying a little Royal Enfield because it's a Royal Enfield, it's an Indian motorcycle, they don't trust it. Well, you can thank Royal Enfield, because now you can buy a little Honda with a 350cc engine and 22, 23 horsepower that looks like a bike from the 60s. And that's just wonderful. And oh, another biker. Damn, another nut job like me. I don't know what that was. Probably, I think it was a Honda ST 1100. I'm not sure. But I'm exiting the ring road and getting back into the city, because that's it, my road trip. My little weekend road trip is coming to a close. We have covered about 70 kilometers, I think. Or we will be at about 70 kilometers once I get home. Back on the highway for 1 kilometer and then entering the city. Oh, how many times I've seen this stretch of highway going up this bridge over the ring road and seeing Bucharest as I return from an epic adventure. This time there was no epic adventure, but it was a nice little ride. Donnie has gotten some more kilometers under his belt, and I have enjoyed myself riding him. And hope you guys found this video enjoyable. I know there was nothing much, there was nothing spectacular going on in it, but it's a nice little weekend ride. If you're stuck at home, then yeah, hope you enjoyed joining me on this ride, even though the weather is pretty shitty. We can still have a bit of fun and enjoy ourselves. And if the weather permits in your area, then get on your bike, ride, at least do the ring road of your city. Do something like that. And I am slowing down because, like I said, police has started to enforce speed limits, and coming off this bridge, the speed limit is 50 kilometers an hour because we have officially entered Bucharest. And yeah, we need to slow down. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this weekend ride. Thank you to my members for supporting the channel, and if you want to donate to the Scooter Cannonball, then you have my PayPal and my Revolut account down below. All proceeds will go straight into the effort of shipping Donnie to the United States and doing the Scooter Cannonball in June. And to everybody who has donated, thank you so much for your kind gestures. It really helps out a lot. It really helps move this project along and turn it into a reality. And keep watching, keep subscribing, keep sharing the videos with your friend, and we can grow this community of like-minded people, fans of little small bore machines and adventures on scooters that were never meant to go on adventures, and yet they can do it better than some adventure bikes. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, take care out there, everyone, and ride safe. Bye!